Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Woody with Woody's Beads. I'm going to be doing a very highly requested video today. So as you may know, I specifically use mini beads, the smaller 2.5, 2.6 millimeter beads, and I've been seeing a lot of people have issues, not just with the tape method, but actually placing the tape down. Not necessarily everything that comes afterwards, but just placing it on the beads, which I can understand the issues. You know, you shift a little bit and then suddenly you've ruined the whole thing. And this, obviously it's much more difficult with large projects. It's just, you're gonna mess things up. But you're not if you watch this video. So I'm gonna try my absolute best to really convey how I put my tape down, because I really enjoy doing large projects and I haven't had issues with taping in a while, and people seem to specifically have issues with taping on mini beads, which is what I use. And I'm gonna do my best to try to get a different angle every single time that I put a piece of tape down. Just keep in mind, I'm limited by what this arm holding my camera can show. If you have any more questions, as always, leave those down in the comments. And anyway, I'm gonna shut up because I love rambling. Let's get to it. All right, so here we go. Mini beads. Very large project. I believe this one was about 18,000 beads, and it's time to tape it up. So let's just get a couple things out of the way real quick. Tape I'm using, green Scotch painter's tape, 2060. I don't think you can see it, but it's hashtag 2060 Scotch green painter's tape, and I get like the thickest one I can buy. That, you know, is a reasonable price at least. So if you struggle with the tape method, and, you know, messing up beads, don't do what I'm about to do here, which is I'm gonna be taping long ways, you know, horizontally when it comes to this piece. If you were, let's say if you're bad at the tape and you're trying to get more practice at it, you have something this large, do it vertically. You're gonna have much less room for error the shorter span that your tape covers, because the longer it is, the more flimsy it, you know, like the longer it is, the more flimsy it gets. And if the tape's touching like this bead right here, just barely taps it, it's gonna pick it up when it wobbles. So I'm gonna be doing it the long way, just because it makes a better melt, in my opinion, when you have less tape crossovers. And I'm actually gonna scoot this down just a little bit so I can have a little bit of room over here. Okay, I'm gonna show you two different things that I do, because, you know, I'm going horizontally, sorry. So this is gonna be a couple of smaller pieces, and then obviously we're gonna have very long pieces right here. So I'm gonna do two different methods to save on tape, and also just, you know, this is how I like to do it. We're gonna be doing the first method, which is the one that most people be doing because you don't do large pieces like I do, which is grab both ends, line it up, you know, put your head over top of it. I know I look stupid, but put your head over top of it. So, you know, you're lined up your beads as much as you can, line it up with your beads. And what you're gonna do is just, I've seen someone say it before, but you go down with confidence. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna line it up, press straight down. And when I do that, I'm putting my thumbs right on the pegboard. So there's a sticky contact right there. And then sometimes I'll do this right after, but you want to stick it to your pegboard like this, but not much. If you really press down on the tape, you're going to end up getting sticky residue all over your pegboard, and it's going to make it really hard to do beads on the next time. But that's what you want right there. And then after it's all finished, taped up, I'm going to, you know, go through and flatten it out. I just like to get it down as a baseline right there. So it looks like we're going to do that maybe one more time, I believe, and I'll try to get a different angle on that. I really wish that I could show you this from this direction, you know, like coming this way, but like I said, I'm limited by my phone arm, so this is all I can do. Let's see, let me pull it back a little bit, get as many perspectives as I can on this to help you guys out, 'cause I know it sucks to ruin your projects just at the end of it. I'm just lining it up with my head. This keeps coming up, it's annoying me. Down with confidence. Stick it to the pegboard. And that one's good to go. No issues there. Now, for the rest of this, I am going to do a slightly different method that's safer than that, but it uses a bit more tape. So I'm gonna get that started real quick. Sorry guys, I forgot that I was recording this for an actual YouTube video. And I'm so used to recording shorts vertically, and this is like an actual horizontal video, so I apologize for that. It should be all fixed now. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, get our tape, measure out how much we need. It's a lot. I actually missed a little bit right there. Oh well, I'll go back and get that later. So, get as much as you need. You're gonna get more than what you need for this method. That's way more than what I need. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to line this up the best I can. Okay, I didn't press down just yet. Now I'm sticking it directly onto the pegboard. Right here. It's not touching the beads at all yet. And I'm actually gonna hold my fingers on it too. I'm not pressing down super hard. I don't wanna ruin my pegboards. But just bring it down. And that's the best way to ensure that you don't mess up any beads. I actually messed up a little bit right here. Let me see if I can get a little closer. You see this little lump? I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to go back and fix this. I think there's maybe like one bead. Nope, actually I just pressed it down. That wasn't too bad. But that was because I overcorrected myself with the, I placed it and then I started turning as I put it down. So that's where that crease came from. So if you just aren't stupid like me and you just go fully straight across, you won't have that issue. So let's just keep doing that. Oh, and obviously I just laid it down, stuck it to the table. I accidentally hit pause when I meant to record. I totally missed this one. But what I said was right here, this one's much easier now that I have this one down. I just stick it here and have it already overlapping. So all I have to do, there's no real issue with the course correction. Just put it straight down because I've already crossed it before even putting it on the beads. And I was also saying, this is kind of like this method right here that I was doing at first. This is more like you're experienced, you're confident, you don't think you're gonna mess up, and you don't use quite as much tape right here. This is what you want to use if you're probably watching this video and you have issues. There should be different names for these two methods. I don't know. The stick it down method and the confidence method. How about that? How about a nice aerial view for this one? This one's gonna cover the sword, so it's gonna be a lot. Stick that down. And that's on the table, so I'm really gonna stick it down because I don't care if I get sticky residue on my table. Straight down. I would say while you're doing this, and remember, thumb stick to this. Sorry, I get really distracted. I can't say one thing. Can't complete my sentences. When you're doing this, you want to do it kind of as fast as possible, because the slower you go, the more tremble there is, the more likely you're going to touch a bead with the sticky and lift it up, and once it lifts up and turns, it's all over. Like it's really hard to fix after that. You basically have to eat your losses and fix it way later. Okay, let's get another angle on this. Get you way down low, horizontal on this one. Yeah, if you didn't know, there's a webcam up here. I actually stream on Twitch. I stream Perler beading. And sometimes I play games, but it's mostly streaming Perler beads, bead art and all that. I'd really like to see you there. I actually did a very large amount of this link that you're seeing me tape up right now. I did that live on stream. And a few people hung out with me and it was fun. You should come hang out. Twitch.tv/Woody'sBeads. Come give me a follow. Okay, this isn't really working as good as I thought. No, the tape's fine. Sorry, I meant the different angles. I had this idea that I was gonna have 500 different angles to show you guys. I'm just so limited by my phone arm that I can't really show you a million angles, so hopefully this is okay. I really hope that I've at least explained how to do everything fine. Cross it. I don't know if I said it before, but you cross it before you even touch the beads, so you can just go straight flat down I'm trembling a little bit. I'm surprised I didn't mess it up there. But it's such a good, safe method that it's kind of hard to mess up. I'm just gonna do the rest of it like this. I don't know if you can hear me. I said I'm gonna do the rest like this. I'm gonna do a confidence one right here. Confidence method. Oh, I actually got a little overconfident. Look at that. See, I should have stuck with what I knew. I left a little opening right there. It's because I'm standing. That's what the problem is. I'm so used to doing this confidence tape method while I'm sitting down. Get me out of the way. And see, you see how confident I am putting it down? That's why I call it the confidence method, because you kind of need that to make it work correctly. The more confident you are placing it down, the quicker you do it with confidence and the more sure you are, the better it's gonna turn out. You know, the more you shake, the more you think about it, the more you hesitate, the more you're gonna shake, the more you're gonna shake the tape, the more times it's gonna touch the beads and pick them back up and make them lose their spot on the pegboard. It's really all about doing it quickly. Did you enjoy that? I want to talk about one more thing that I'm not going to show in this video because I don't even know if I really need to or not. I'd rather just be safe with this part. Anyway, I should say what it is. So I also had people talking about the flip on large projects. What I do is I have my trusty piece of cardboard right here. That's just going to go right on top of it, and then I'll flip it. But what I'll do is I will run pieces of tape around each of these sides and put them under the pegboards too, only on a really large project like this where I want to be extra safe. So I would, basically taping it to the cardboard is what I'm doing. And that just obviously ensures that you don't lose any parts. But if you just do this part right, where you really press down all the beads onto the tape and you get it stuck really, really well, then the pegboards falling shouldn't be much of an issue because they're going to fall off, but the beads are so stuck to the tape that it doesn't really matter. So it all just depends on, how well you really thoroughly go through and press the beads down. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I guess if you really want a video on that too, let me know down below and let me know what you thought of this video. And you should subscribe, follow me, whatever this is posted on. Leave a like. Help me out in the YouTube algorithm. I think this is just going to go on YouTube. And yeah, just a small Perler bead artist, probably like you. I just enjoy doing work and trying to help others in the community do what they need to do. Sharing my expertise and all that. So leaving likes and comments helps a lot. And oh yeah, check out my shorts. That's what most of my content is. You can find me on Instagram at Woody's Beads or TikTok at Woody's Beads. It's all the same name, where I make tons and tons of really cool time-lapse videos that aren't just, the quick time-lapse. Like, I make the whole procedure. I think I have some of the best Perler bead content around, personally, but I guess that's up for you to decide. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.